Hello again, guys. This is the first, well, I guess technically second video that I'll be doing about 4-month update on the Samsung ATIV 500T Smart PC. So the first one, this video will be talking about the obvious. I have a case for it now. That it is by Poetic. I went on their website and they do make. If it'll focus on that. There we go. They do make a bunch of cases. I was a little skeptical when I found them online on Amazon, because I ordered it before they're even available, really. I was on the waiting list for this thing, because there aren't that many cases out there. I don't know if that's changed now, because I haven't been looking, but that's the way it was back in January. Or actually, late December was when I started looking. But at any rate, they've really good quality. You can see that it's really good quality case here. That, like I said in the previous video, that it's very high quality looking. It looks like a Padfolio. Let me grab my Padfolio here for engineering. That obviously these two kind of paired together look pretty professional. Especially that this one will. I have tried it as tight squeeze, but this will fit inside the Padfolio if I need to take it with me for some reason. So, at any rate, let's go on and get into the case here. We'll go right around the sides here. I felt they could have blocked this over a little bit more, because the only thing around here is the pin, and luckily, looking on the back side, you do have a opening for it, which is really nice. So, going around the back side here, I'll get into what this does later. I'm sure you probably know what it is. I still don't really understand why this is here too much. It's kind of a weird little tag thing, elastic tag, for like pen perhaps, I don't know. You have a nice cutout for your flash and your camera. You have your elastic band back here that helps this device, since it's only magnetic closure, helps it stay closed, and when you open it up, it helps it stay open. Let's see, that side, let's go to this side. Nice openings for the volume key, HDMI port. Again, kind of weird why they left that open, but I think it's because the speakers, they had to keep it open for that. And then, of course, around the top there, you have access to everything right around the top, including, for any of those with your AT&T versions of this with the cell card in there, there's where your SIM card would go in and out. Mine doesn't have that at all. But I mean, it's kind of nice to know that it's right on across the board, pretty standard. So we're going to go ahead and open up here, and because it is a magnetic closure, the interesting thing about this case is that right now, I'll just prove it to you guys. Whoops, wrong end. No, I was right. That the light right over flip around for the screen. This right over here, the light is obviously out, so the device is asleep. So we're going to go ahead and open it up here. And there I am, and there's it turned right on. It's now awake. You can see by the light that it's clearly awake. So it's kind of neat, and that's also a problem for me, because for some reason, this thing will not go to sleep and wake up the way it should with this case. I really don't know why, because when I close it, it gives me problems, and that whenever I close it, say like right now, it went to sleep anyway, but if I just closed it while it was on, it would lock up. That anywhere between 1 and like 5 times after restarting the device, it would lock up. This light would still be on, and the screen would never come on or turn off or anything. It was just kind of stuck in the middle there. So how I got around that with mine, I don't know if anyone else, looking on Amazon for the reviews of this thing, where I got it from for about 16 bucks, that all the reviews on there didn't seem to have the problem that I did. So what I did was that since this kind of acts like a keyboard, you can think of it as kind of a laptop, that going into the settings, then I changed it from when the lid is closed, i.e. when this thing's closed, when the lid on this thing is in the up position, that it'll go to sleep as the default. But what I did is that I turned it to do nothing, and all it really does is turn on and off the monitor, which is kind of a nice little feature there that unfortunately keeps the device on, really, I guess until it expires, and then I don't know, I haven't waited that long to see whether it gives me problems that way. But it will put the screen to sleep and it will turn it back on. And just like I have right here that is, whoops, it turned back on. So I might have, nope, it's fine. But see, it is on right now, and I close it up and it'll turn the screen off and I don't have any problems. The other thing I can do is have it go to sleep here. And sometimes this thing can be a little bit long. There we go. You close it up, it's still asleep, you'll go and open it up and it turns back on. So a nice feature. I think I just was unlucky enough to be one of those people that had a weird device there, or the driver, I couldn't have yet to find the driver. So anyway, obviously a nice cutout for the camera. Remember, 8 megapixel camera on the front, and then you have your light sensor and your light to tell you when the camera's on. So go around the back side of this thing, and what we got is, I believe these were meant to be SD card holders. Kind of weirdly sized. I don't think they'll fit a full one, and they're a little bit large for smaller ones, but it's there. You have some little business card flaps down here, and then you have a major, like since this device is large enough, I'm actually be able to put a piece of paper for about from here until here on here. So I'm able to do that, but then it sticks out this side because this tablet's not wide enough in this dimension to be a piece of paper. So going back to this elastic strap, you don't have to worry about this thing opening up, but this thing down here is actually a strap to do it one-handed. So you can hold the device pretty nice. The only problem you're going to have with it there, you can tell it's kind of hard to do, is that when you tug on it there, it has a tendency, and you might be able to get it to pull out completely of the elastic strap on the back. So that's something to watch out for, but in normal operations there, going side to side with the device, you should be able to do this. I mean, one hand's over here and the thing's not really sliding. So that's pretty nice. The other thing you'll notice on the back, obviously, is the, oopsie, if I can do it, that we have, like I said before, this little thing. This is to prop it up. If you guessed that, you win the ice crusher. So there you go. You wind up with a device that stands on its own, nice vertical profile. I find it a little bit too vertical for my liking for most situations, because like as I sit here now, the screen's really pointed down more at my chest than it is up at my face. So for me, looking square on it would be about like that. So, and that's pretty much straight on with where the camera is. So my webcam up here that you guys are looking through. So that's kind of a little annoying, but you can do it this direction too. The only problem with this is, though, that, like I said, the light sensor's down here, remember? If you're typing on this keyboard, the virtual keyboard on here, it's a really nice angle and everything. And you kind of have two different levels this way because it's got that extra little backing. So you can have it up like this, or that little bit lower, but it's a little bit more spongy anyway. This gives you a little bit more, whoops, and I think I just had it pop out the back. So obviously it's not completely foolproof. But when you're typing on here, blocks it over. Unfortunately, I found that out when I was busy typing. I was at Barnes & Noble, busy typing up on this thing, and my right hand goes right on top of that light sensor and makes the screen to go dark. And of course, in Best Buy or Barnes & Noble, you have the overhead lights shining right down on the screen, and if you have your hand there, it dims the screen and makes it really hard to see. So for me, I either have to do this or I still have to use the two-hander keyboard. So anyway, there's the look around the entire device. I have it the wrong direction for you guys to look at it. So there you go. There's the Poetic Case for the Samsung ATIV 500T Smart PC. I know I got that in the wrong order, but close enough. So anyway, if you have any questions about this case, go ahead and write them down there in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with that. And thanks for watching. I hope if you're interested in cases for this thing, that this kind of helps you decide. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.